Welcome back to London Beautiful Life, and today we're at Bromley Football Club for the Tom Parker Foundation Celebrity Football Match. What would you say is the highlights about today? Obviously we're raising awareness for Tom, but other than that, what are the other highlights?
Do you know what? For me, it's that these guys, obviously I can't actually play football, so the footballers take time out of their day to come and support me, and that means so much. Like, you've got Scott, who is travelling down from Manchester to be here, and it means so much. And obviously, the more we do this, the more awareness we raise, and brain tumours are so underfunded. Like, it's shocking when you're placed in that. You know, when me and Tom, he had 18 months, when he was first diagnosed, it was so shocking for us.
Yeah, when you cast back yourself back to that time, for those who are going through similar situations, how did you deal with it? How were you there to support Tom?
Yeah, and do you know what? We tried to remain as positive as possible, and we were called the Positive Parkers because I was like, we can only move forward, and that's anyone in life. You know, you can only go forward. So, I would say my bit of advice would be just try and remain positive and have hope, because that's all you've got.
I was very lucky to look after Tom one time.
Oh.
Yeah, and he was, what I didn't know about that, but back then, obviously, songwriting, you didn't hear much about it. Now you do, where artists are like, I do write songs, and da-da-da. But all my favourite songs were written by Tom.
Really? Yeah. And also, can I just say, Tom really wrote songs and really produced music. Like, that's something that I miss so much, even though at the time it drove me crazy. He would just play like 8 bars and it would be on repeat. But I would give anything now to listen to them 8 bars again of him producing up in the studio.
Oh my word. So when it comes to obviously raising money, raising awareness, you said about brain tumour charities, there's not that many or there's not much funding. Why is that?
I think that the reason that it's so poor is because they don't know what to do. But when you're in it and you're thrust into the brain tumour world, it only gets 1% of research. So that's all that goes into it. So national funding, they get 1%. So that's what I'm doing, just trying to raise awareness for people to get behind us and do more. Because do you know the stats that brain tumours are actually the biggest killer for under 40s and children?
You know, what I loved about Tom as well, he fought to the end. I remember my friend went to go see The Wanted, and I think it was one of his last moments where he went on stage, the biggest cheer. I loved the determination. When it comes to your children, though, how do they remember him?
Yeah, do you know what? Days like this is for my kids. Like, straight away we was in Bear Island and Bodie looked up and he went, look, Mum, Daddy's up there. So it's for my kids to keep his legacy alive, because Bodie only got 18 months with his dad. That's like no time at all. So it's to keep him here with us all. And everyone get behind us.
Are you excited about today?
So honestly, I was just watching the whole game, and I'm so moved to be here, to be supporting Tom, the Tom Parker Foundation, to be supporting Kelsey and the family, and yeah, it's bringing up honestly a lot of emotions, but I'm just so glad to be here.
Yeah, actually, I was going to say, so this would be quite a hard day as well. What was your fondest memories of Tom?
Listen, I'm here, and the most prominent memories that come back is when we did a soccer 6 back in the day, and I played with Tom, and Tom was really supportive of me as a goalkeeper, but I conceded like 26 goals and he was furious at me, and he said, mate, you're absolutely and I never played again. So when I was asked to come down to support and play, I was like, no, Tom would not want that. Tom's team wants to win, so I thought I'd support from the sidelines.
What I loved as well about Tom, how determined he was in everything. So I think before he passed away, you guys were on tour and he came out for it. What was that like? It was at Wembley as well, or O2?
Yeah, before Tom passed, we had an arena tour, and it was just incredible to see his strength. Like, at one point he was just so overwhelmed to see all the fans and to see all his family there. And then there was another point where he was on stage giving it large, like the usual Tom Parker energy. And he just loved to see all this. It's just, I'm getting emotional, but that's why I have the sunglasses on today.
So actually, one of my fondest memories of him, I got to look after him for an hour, and what I didn't realise, what an incredible songwriter he was. So like some of my favourite songs, like Summer Alive, Only You, he had done. Like, but when it came to the band, what was your favourite song that he wrote?
Honestly, Tom wrote a few songs, but Yeah, one of his most I think Tom's Summer Alive. He wrote Summer Alive, and he did loads, but even some songs that he didn't release, he was exceptional. And the best thing about Tom was he always wore his heart on his sleeve, and it didn't matter what he did. He put his heart out there, and I think that's what made everyone love him so much, and that's what brought everyone here today.
Are you guys going to go back on tour again? Now that obviously I know everything that's happened with Tom, but will you guys go back on tour again?
I think as regards to the Wanted and the Wanted, to all the Wanted fans, we never say never. And me and Max and Jay and Nathan are all so happy and so blessed to have supporters like you all. And I can see some of them here in the crowd, and they're giving it large like Tom. So yeah, I'll never say never.
What are you most excited about today?
I'm excited about seeing loads of familiar faces, because I've done this for 3 years now, I think, and I see a lot of familiar faces in the audience, a lot of celebrities and talent that I know as well, and it's just a great way to everyone come together for an amazing cause, and it's just always just the best day out.
What do you most remember about Tom? What's your fondest memories of Tom?
About Tom? Well, Tom actually came to one of my nights. I used to be a club promoter in Manchester, and he came down. I just remember he was just always such a humble lad, a lovely guy, but I think it's the warmth that he's left behind him as well, and the warmth that he kind of had in his lifetime as well. It's just that kind of, everybody's here for him because he left an imprint on their lives, so I think it's a credit to him, and today's going to be a massive celebration.
Actually, yeah, I was lucky enough to chaperone him, and we just spent an hour just chatting about everything, and it was I remember him being, you're right, the warmth of him, so opening to chat to people.
100%, he's just a normal, lovely lad, and I think all the awareness he raised before he obviously passed was amazing, and I think what Kelsey's doing is keeping his legacy alive, and I think that's what he would have wanted. So yeah, I'm just really privileged and honoured to be here.
So obviously you're hosting today. What can we expect from you for your hosting skill?
You're going to expect some energy from me, as always, the famous Thomas brother energy. Maybe some mediocre commentary, because I'm not very good at the football commentary, but I'm going to do my best. But I'm going to bring the vibes, going to bring the energy, get everybody involved, and embrace the sunshine.
So I've got to ask, obviously you did All Stars this year, and obviously Love Island. What would you, not the experience itself, what was better, the first time you went on or when you went back?
Oh, it was definitely better the first time round. The All Stars was tough for me. It was a very different experience. The first time was just a holiday. This time round, it was very much, I can't even describe it. It was a lot, right? A lot of drama, a lot of challenges, but at the same time I went in there, did what I wanted to do. I wanted to go and show the world the new Scott, and I'm glad I did it. But at the same time, Love Island isn't as easy as you think it is.
Well, obviously, I guess the dynamics would have changed as well. The first time round, you would have been all there for the fun, the experience of it. But this time round, you all know what to expect. So I can imagine it being harder and a bit more you're overthinking maybe. Yeah, the first time I went in there, it was very much just a holiday, and this time round, it felt like it was a lot more competitive in so many ways, and I wasn't there to kind of compete. I was just there to try and have a good time. But yeah, listen, it is what it is. It's a great show, it's great TV. I'm glad I did it. There's some amazing couples that have come out of it, but it just wasn't for me. I must also say your Instagram, your brothers, the comedy side you guys do is so funny. How do you think of these ideas? So you know what? We've got an amazing guy called Harvey. He's actually playing today. I brought him down. He's only a young 20-year-old lad, and he's the one who helps us with all our TikTok ideas and stuff. And we just get together. We have so much fun doing it. It's brought the family together, and it's just an amazing experience, man. Doing something that you love with your family. So we just keep it coming. Who was your favourite to play with today, celeb-wise?
Well, Ronnie was having himself, so it was nice to see him in the flesh and see what he's all about. But no, he's a good player.
Oh, yeah, as well as him being here, you're both on Love Island. What was that like?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Good experience, but glad it's over now, and then just sort of onwards and upwards. With the new series coming up, what advice would you give to the new contestant? Just enjoy it. Enjoy it, make the most of it, come back, and then just, see where life takes you. And then lastly, what can we expect from you in the future? What can you expect from me? So I'm heavily into the fitness at the minute, so I'm currently training for the Sydney Marathon. Just a lot of fitness related stuff, and I'll keep putting that out on whether it's TikTok or Instagram or whatever. So you've done a marathon before? I have done, but it was just one Saturday morning I went out with my pal and we just carried on running. So it's the first one that I'm going to get a medal for, so I'm excited.
They just did the half marathon like 2 days ago in Sydney. My friend did it. She passed it. Yeah, she did really well.
Good stuff.
First time actors, or anyone that wants to get in the industry, what advice would you give them?
Don't let knockbacks take you down. Keep building, make sure your confidence is up, keep working hard, training, and just try to get yourself out there, because it's such a big industry and so many people are trying to get into the industry at one time. But also, it only takes one audition and one person to realise the potential that you have. So yeah, it's great.
What would you say is the do's and don'ts on set?
Just keep it professional. Don't mess around. Make sure you've got your head on. Go in knowing all your lines. But also, the key thing is to have a good time as well, but know where the line is.
Also, quickly, when it comes to soaps as well, obviously it's so filmed in advance, and it seems to be quite fast-paced. What is the pressure like for that? Like, we're learning lines as well on the spot. Are you quite good at learning lines?
You get better as time goes on. Don't get me wrong. My head was all over the place when I first joined, but it is something that you just end up picking up, and it becomes second nature, really. But yeah, just make sure that you're on it. Whenever you get the scripts, you go through it, you pick out what you need to learn, and you just focus on it. Yeah.
I've got to ask also quickly, obviously we had a EastEnders veteran on Celebrity Brother this year, Patsy, Julie. What did you think of her on the show?
She's just incredible. She's such a lovely human being, and I mean, how can you not love her? She's just amazing.
So quickly, you're obviously in EastEnders. For first-time actors, what advice would you give them?
I'd say keep working hard, keep your head up, and don't give up on your dreams. And yeah, that's all you can really say. Just have that self-belief, back yourself, and yeah, you can 100% do it.
So I've obviously heard, being on a soap as well, it can be really fast-paced, learning lines really fast. What advice would you give to people when it comes to learning a script as fast as you guys have to do it?
I think it's about finding your own method. For me, it took me a while to get into my own method, but once you find that method and you do that consistently, then it really helps people. So yeah.
I got to also ask about Patsy Palmer being in Celebrity Brother. Did you watch her?
I watched a little bit. And yeah, I mean, she's always just herself, and she's great.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was going to say, what is she like on set?
Yeah. I mean, she's really nice. I always speak to her quite a lot. And yeah, I'm glad that she was just herself on Big Brother.
Do you ever get to see The Wanted ever? Do you ever get to see Tom perform?
I did.
Really?
Yeah. But I was quite jealous, so I've not seen them live.
You know when people perform on Strictly? Saw them do something on Strictly ages ago when I was a kid. So The Wanted have always been a band that I've looked up to, but yeah.
I actually got to look after Tom one time, and I'm really grateful I got the chance to do that. So it was really, and I think we had an hour. We just sat in the dressing room we were in, the green room, and we were just chatting about loads of different things. But what I didn't realise about him as well, he's an incredible songwriter. So all my favourite songs he had written. So I was like, this is crazy, yeah. But if you for charity matches and stuff like this, what would you say is the most the best things to come out of these charity matches? Awareness,
look around the people.
I think raising awareness specifically for the brain tumour one is so important, because it hardly has any funding compared to other charities. So I think raising awareness for the brain tumour charity is so important. Yeah,
I think so too. And just the people coming out here. We're literally we're driving on the way here. It's such a nice day, and I feel like it was meant to be, to have a nice day and have such a good turnaround and here for a good cause. Hopefully you can put on a show. I think it's 10-8, I'm predicting, for our team. So yeah.
Also, obviously it means a lot to you as well, with your family members going through it. For those who haven't had that experience yet and might be having to go through that, what is the best advice you would give?
Talk to them, and when you can see them, make sure they're living their best life, because some people obviously don't know how long they've got left, and I think making sure that they're living the best life whilst they have those days left, that's the most important thing.
So obviously you do a lot of acting, and for first-time actors, what would you say is the best advice to give them?
So there's two pieces of advice. Agency representation. It's so key nowadays in order to get jobs and stuff like that, and get roles. That's the most important thing. The second most important thing I say is, and I was told this by a good friend of mine, Chris Gascoigne, never do the same take twice. Never do the same, so if you do a take once, never do it the exact same way the second time, because you can give a director different versions of a scene. I mean, don't do that in theatre, but in TV that does work, because sometimes you can do something slightly different and provide a different.
What was it like, especially when you work in soaps as well? What is that like? Is it quite intense?
Oh, it can be very intense. It's exciting. It's a really, really exciting thing to do, and it's really fun. Sometimes it can get very intense because you can do long days. You can be there most of the day, but you can also do long weeks as well. So.
And also the time frame of it, is it like months in advance?
It's in advance, definitely. Yeah, it's in advance. Yeah.
Is that quite hard, especially when you're doing interviews, to like accidentally slip up and?
Well, no, I've kind of learnt as I've gone along to not, say too many things when it comes to storylines. I was taught well. I say.
This is a message for all you fans of Tom Parker and the Wanted fans. Please come down next year. It's such an amazing experience. I'm going to be down as much as I can every year to support, and it's for a wonderful cause. It's for the Tom Parker Foundation. It's for everyone who's been touched by cancer, and Tom would love to see you there. Till next time, until next year. We're glad you came.